The Drugs Federal Inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976. The Drugs Federal Inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976, outline the framework for the regulation and quality control of drugs in Pakistan. These rules are essential for ensuring that drugs meet safety and efficacy standards. Here are the key points regarding these rules and their relation to the Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan (DRAP). Purpose: the rules aim to establish procedures for the inspection of drug manufacturing facilities, the analysis of drugs, and the certification of their quality by federal inspectors and laboratories. Federal inspectors. Designated federal inspectors are responsible for conducting inspections of drug manufacturing sites to ensure compliance with regulatory standards. They assess the quality of production processes and facilities. Federal Drug Laboratory. The rules establish a federal drug laboratory to conduct analytical testing of drugs. This laboratory plays a crucial role in verifying the quality, purity, and potency of pharmaceutical products. Analytical procedures. The laboratory follows standard analytical procedures to test samples of drugs. These procedures are designed to ensure accuracy and reliability in results. Government analysis. The rules provide guidelines for the analysis of drugs submitted to the Federal Drug Laboratory. This includes criteria for sample collection, testing methods, and reporting results. Reporting results. After analysis, the Federal Drug Laboratory is required to report findings to the relevant authorities, including DRAP. These reports help in making informed regulatory decisions. Quality control. The rules emphasize the importance of quality control measures in drug manufacturing. This includes adherence to good manufacturing practices (GMP) to minimize risks associated with drug production. Certification. Based on the analysis conducted, the Federal Drug Laboratory can issue certificates of analysis for drugs. These certificates serve as official documentation of a drug's quality. Role of DRAP. DRAP oversees the implementation of these rules, ensuring that all inspections and analyses are carried out in accordance with national standards. DRAP also has the authority to take action based on the findings reported by inspectors and laboratories. Collaboration. The rules encourage collaboration between federal inspectors, drug manufacturers, and the Federal Drug Laboratory to improve the overall quality of drugs available in the market. Penalties for non-compliance. The rules outline penalties for manufacturers that fail to comply with the established regulations. This may include fines, suspension of licenses, or legal action. Public health focus. The overarching goal of these rules is to protect public health by ensuring that only safe and effective drugs are manufactured and distributed in Pakistan. The Drugs Federal Inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976, Provide a comprehensive regulatory framework that supports the quality control of drugs in Pakistan, with DRAP playing a key role in enforcement and oversight. MCQs portion. We are providing you 200 multiple choice questions MCQs on the drugs federal inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976, with reference to the DRAP, along with the correct answers. 1. What is the primary purpose of the drugs federal inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976? Answer. To regulate the inspection and analysis of drugs in Pakistan. 2. Who is responsible for enforcing these rules? Answer. The Drug Regulatory Authority of Pakistan (DRAP). 3. What role do federal inspectors play under these rules? Answer. They conduct inspections of drug manufacturing facilities. 4. What is the function of the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer. To perform analytical testing of drugs. 5. What is required for a drug to be certified by the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer. Successful completion of analytical testing. 6. Which practices are emphasized for quality control in drug manufacturing? Answer. Good manufacturing practices (GMP). 7. Who issues certificates of analysis for drugs? Answer. The Federal Drug Laboratory. 8. What happens if a drug fails to meet quality standards during analysis? Answer. It may be rejected and not certified. 9. How are samples for drug analysis collected? Answer. Following specific guidelines set by the rules. 10. What is a key responsibility of federal inspectors during inspections? Answer. To assess compliance with regulatory standards. 11. Are the analytical methods used by the Federal Drug Laboratory standardized? Answer. Yes, they follow established procedures. 12. What must manufacturers do if they receive a non-compliance report? Answer. Address the issues identified in the report. 13. Can federal inspectors take legal action against non-compliant manufacturers? Answer. Yes, they have the authority to do so. 14. How often are drug manufacturing facilities inspected? Answer. Regularly, as determined by DRAP. 15. What is the significance of the certification issued by the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer. It serves as proof of a drug's quality. 16. What is the procedure if a drug is found to be substandard? Answer. It may be recalled and subject to penalties. 17. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory analyze drugs submitted by manufacturers? Answer. Yes, they can analyze samples from manufacturers. 18. What documentation is required during the inspection process? Answer. Records of manufacturing processes and quality control. 19. What happens to drugs that are counterfeit during inspections? Answer. They are seized and legal action is taken. 20. Are there specific guidelines for reporting results of drug analysis? Answer. Yes, detailed reporting guidelines are established. 21. Can federal inspectors provide recommendations to manufacturers? Answer: yes, they can offer guidance for compliance. 22. What is the main goal of the drugs federal inspectors, Federal Drug Laboratory and Federal Government Analysis Rules, 1976? Answer: to protect public health by ensuring drug quality. 23. Are there penalties for failing to comply with inspection requirements? Answer: yes, manufacturers may face fines or license revocation. 24. Can the rules be amended to align with international standards? Answer: yes, DRAP can make amendments as necessary. 25. What is required for the retesting of rejected drugs? Answer: compliance with re-evaluation procedures. 26. How does DRAP ensure the integrity of the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer: by enforcing strict operational standards. 27. What type of drugs require special attention during inspections? Answer: controlled substances and high-risk medications. 28. Are manufacturers notified before inspections occur? Answer: generally, they are informed as part of routine procedures. 29. Can federal inspectors work with other regulatory agencies? Answer: yes, collaboration is encouraged. 30. What must be done if discrepancies are found during an inspection? Answer: a formal report must be filed and issues addressed. 31. How does DRAP handle appeals regarding inspection results? Answer: there is a formal appeal process in place. 32. What is the importance of training for federal inspectors? Answer: to ensure they are knowledgeable about regulations and standards. 33. Can companies request expedited analysis from the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer: yes, in urgent situations, requests can be made. 34. What is the role of the Federal Drug Laboratory in clinical trials? Answer: to analyze investigational drugs for quality. 35. Are inspection reports made available to the public? Answer: no, they are generally confidential. 36. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory maintain its standards? Answer: through regular internal audits and assessments. 37. Can manufacturers challenge the findings of the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer: yes, they can appeal the findings. 38. What happens if a federal inspector finds a serious violation? Answer: immediate action may be taken, including suspension of operations. 39. Is there a process for manufacturers to submit drugs for analysis? Answer: yes, they must follow specific submission procedures. 40. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory analyze herbal medicines? Answer: yes, if they are classified as drugs. 41. What is a key factor in the analysis of pharmaceuticals? Answer: ensuring safety and efficacy. 42. How does DRAP support compliance with these rules? Answer: by providing guidance and resources to manufacturers. 43. What must be included in the analytical report from the laboratory? Answer: detailed results and conclusions regarding the drug. 44. Are there special provisions for emergency drug inspections? Answer: yes, expedited processes are in place. 45. What qualifications are required for federal inspectors? Answer: they must have relevant educational and professional backgrounds. 46. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory conduct inspections at manufacturers' facilities? Answer: yes, as part of the compliance verification process. 47. What must manufacturers do to prepare for an inspection? Answer: ensure all records and processes are up to standard. 48. How does DRAP assess the performance of federal inspectors? Answer: through regular evaluations and feedback. 49. What type of drugs is prioritized during inspections? Answer: those deemed critical for public health. 50. Can inspectors provide technical assistance to manufacturers? Answer: yes, they can offer guidance for improvement. 51. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory ensure impartiality in testing? Answer: by following strict protocols and guidelines. 52. Are inspection results shared with other regulatory bodies? Answer: yes, as required for compliance and safety. 53. What documentation must accompany drugs submitted for analysis? Answer: certificates of origin and manufacturing records. 54. Can federal inspectors access all areas of a manufacturing facility? Answer: yes, they have full access during inspections. 55. What actions can be taken against fraudulent manufacturers? Answer: legal action and revocation of licenses. 56. How are inspection schedules determined? Answer: based on risk assessments and historical compliance data. 57. Are there provisions for manufacturers to appeal inspection findings? Answer: yes, there is an established appeal mechanism. 58. What happens if a drug fails a second round of testing? Answer: it may be permanently banned from the market. 59. How does DRAP ensure that inspectors remain updated on regulations? Answer: through continuous training and education programs. 60. Can manufacturers request re-inspection after addressing violations? Answer: yes, they can apply for a follow-up inspection. 61. What is the process for sampling drugs for analysis? Answer: it must follow standardized sampling procedures. 62. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory report its findings? Answer: through formal documentation to DRAP. 63. Are there specific guidelines for inspecting new drug facilities? Answer: yes, new facilities are subject to comprehensive assessments. 64. Can federal inspectors enforce immediate shutdowns of facilities? Answer: yes, if serious violations are found. 65. What criteria are used to evaluate drug quality in the laboratory? Answer: established pharmacopoeial standards. 66. How does DRAP address public concerns about drug safety? Answer: by enforcing strict inspection and analysis protocols. 67. Can manufacturers request expedited drug approvals based on analysis? Answer: yes, in certain circumstances. 68. Are there specific rules for analyzing imported drugs? Answer: yes, imported drugs undergo thorough testing. 69. How often does DRAP review the effectiveness of these rules? Answer: periodically, to ensure they meet current needs. 70. What happens if a manufacturer fails to submit required documentation? Answer: they may face penalties and delays in approval. 71. Are there guidelines for inspecting drug storage facilities? Answer: yes, storage conditions are also evaluated. 72. What type of training do federal inspectors receive? Answer: training in regulatory compliance and drug analysis techniques. 73. Can drugs be tested for multiple attributes during analysis? Answer: yes, comprehensive testing is standard practice. 74. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory maintain confidentiality? Answer: through strict data protection policies. 75. Are there provisions for the import of experimental drugs? Answer: yes, they are subject to specific regulatory requirements. 76. How does DRAP handle cases of repeated non-compliance? Answer: stricter penalties may be imposed. 77. What is the significance of a drug certificate of analysis? Answer: it verifies the drug's quality and compliance. 78. Can federal inspectors conduct surprise inspections? Answer: yes, unannounced inspections are permitted. 79. What happens during a routine compliance audit? Answer: a thorough review of processes and documentation. 80. Are there guidelines for analyzing biologics? Answer: yes, they require specific testing methods. 81. How does DRAP collaborate with international regulatory agencies? Answer: through information sharing and joint inspections. 82. What must manufacturers do to rectify identified violations? Answer: implement corrective actions and inform DRAP. 83. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory outsource testing? Answer: generally, testing must be conducted in-house. 84. How does DRAP prioritize its inspection resources? Answer: based on risk assessments and compliance history. 85. Are there specific rules for the analysis of controlled substances? Answer: yes, they are subject to stringent testing protocols. 86. What information must be provided during drug submissions for analysis? Answer: detailed drug formulation and manufacturing processes. 87. Can manufacturers appeal penalties imposed for non-compliance? Answer: Yes, an appeal can be filed. 88. How often does the Federal Drug Laboratory undergo quality assessments? Answer: regularly, to maintain accreditation and standards. 89. Are inspection reports available for manufacturer review? Answer: yes, manufacturers can request their reports. 90. What type of analysis is performed on pharmaceutical products? Answer: chemical, microbiological, and physical analysis. 91. How does DRAP ensure compliance with international standards? Answer: by aligning local regulations with global best practices. 92. Can federal inspectors advise on good manufacturing practices? Answer: yes, they can provide guidance during inspections. 93. What is required for the renewal of manufacturing licenses? Answer: evidence of ongoing compliance with regulations. 94. Are there provisions for analyzing drugs used in emergencies? Answer: yes, expedited processes exist for emergency situations. 95. How does DRAP handle conflicts in inspection findings? Answer: through a formal review and resolution process. 96. Can manufacturers submit drugs for analysis without prior notification? Answer: no, prior submission is required. 97. What happens if a drug is found to be contaminated? Answer: it is rejected, and manufacturers are notified. 98. Are there penalties for delaying the submission of required documentation? Answer: yes, manufacturers may face fines. 99. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory ensure accurate testing? Answer: by following strict protocols and using calibrated equipment. 100. Can federal inspectors take samples during routine inspections? Answer: yes, they are authorized to collect samples. 101. How does DRAP promote transparency in the inspection process? Answer: by documenting and reporting findings. 102. What is required for the analysis of veterinary drugs? Answer: compliance with specific veterinary standards. 103. Can the results of drug analysis be contested? Answer: yes, manufacturers can challenge results through an appeal. 104. How does DRAP ensure ongoing training for federal inspectors? Answer: by providing regular workshops and training sessions. 105. Are there guidelines for the importation of herbal medicines? Answer: yes, they must meet specific safety standards. 106. What happens if a manufacturer ignores inspection findings? Answer: they may face severe penalties, including license revocation. 107. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory analyze samples from clinical trials? Answer: yes, they can analyze investigational drugs. 108. How are public health considerations incorporated into inspections? Answer: by prioritizing drugs critical to public health. 109. Are there regulations for the export of drugs? Answer: Yes, they must comply with both local and destination country regulations. 110. How does DRAP respond to emerging drug safety concerns? Answer: by updating regulations and enforcement strategies. 111. What is the consequence of falsifying drug analysis results? Answer: legal repercussions and loss of licenses. 112. Can manufacturers be present during inspections? Answer: yes, they are typically allowed to accompany inspectors. 113. What must be done if a drug is found to have stability issues? Answer: it may be recalled and further investigated. 114. How are results communicated to manufacturers after analysis? Answer: through formal documentation and reporting. 115. What is the role of the Federal Drug Laboratory in drug recalls? Answer: to analyze and verify the quality of recalled products. 116. Can federal inspectors recommend improvements to manufacturing processes? Answer: yes, they can suggest best practices. 117. How does DRAP ensure the efficacy of regulatory measures? Answer: by conducting regular evaluations and audits. 118. Are there specific rules for analyzing cosmetic products? Answer: no, they fall under different regulatory frameworks. 119. What documentation is essential for drug submissions? Answer: detailed manufacturing and quality control records. 120. How does DRAP handle the registration of new drugs? Answer: through a thorough review and approval process. 121. Can federal inspectors suspend operations during inspections? Answer: yes, if serious violations are identified. 122. What are the requirements for reanalysis of previously rejected drugs? Answer: compliance with corrective actions and reevaluation protocols. 123. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory ensure testing accuracy? Answer: through the use of validated testing methods. 124. What must be included in the certificate of analysis? Answer: detailed findings of the drug's quality assessment. 125. Are manufacturers penalized for failing to comply with good manufacturing practices? Answer: yes, they may face penalties. 126. How does DRAP prioritize its regulatory activities? Answer: based on risk assessments and public health needs. 127. Can federal inspectors utilize technology during inspections? Answer: yes, they may use various tools to aid inspections. 128. What happens if a manufacturer fails to respond to inspection findings? Answer: further action may be taken, including penalties. 129. Are there specific procedures for testing controlled substances? Answer: yes, they require specialized testing protocols. 130. How are inspections documented? Answer: through formal inspection reports. 131. What role does public feedback play in regulatory updates? Answer. It is considered during the review process. 132. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory perform research on drug formulations? Answer. Generally, it focuses on analysis rather than research. 133. How are inspection schedules communicated to manufacturers? Answer. They are informed ahead of time as per routine practices. 134. What is the significance of the analytical process in drug regulation? Answer. It ensures that only safe and effective drugs are available. 135. Can manufacturers appeal the results of an inspection? Answer. Yes, they have the right to appeal. 136. How does DRAP facilitate the training of federal inspectors? Answer. By providing access to educational resources and programs. 137. What is the procedure for addressing counterfeit drugs during inspections? Answer. They are seized, and legal action is initiated. 138. How often is the regulatory framework reviewed? Answer. Periodically, to ensure it remains effective and relevant. 139. What is required for the certification of herbal medicines? Answer. Compliance with established safety and efficacy standards. 140. Can manufacturers request an expedited certification process? Answer. Yes, in urgent cases they may make such requests. 141. What role does public health play in the inspection process? Answer. It guides priorities and focuses on critical drugs. 142. How does DRAP ensure that manufacturers are compliant with regulations? Answer. Through ongoing monitoring and inspections. 143. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory conduct tests on vaccines? Answer. Yes, they are subject to rigorous testing standards. 144. What happens if a manufacturer does not comply with re-inspection recommendations? Answer. They may face sanctions or legal action. 145. Are there guidelines for the analysis of over-the-counter medications? Answer. Yes, they must meet safety and efficacy standards. 146. How does DRAP communicate changes in regulations to stakeholders? Answer. Through official notifications and publications. 147. What is the importance of maintaining inspection records? Answer. They provide a history of compliance and facilitate audits. 148. How are conflicts between inspectors and manufacturers resolved? Answer. Through established appeal and review processes. 149. Can federal inspectors recommend changes to drug formulations? Answer. Yes, they may suggest improvements. 150. What documentation is necessary for the import of pharmaceuticals? Answer. Certificates of compliance and manufacturing records. 151. How does DRAP handle reports of adverse drug reactions? Answer. They investigate and take appropriate action. 152. What is the role of inspections in ensuring drug quality? Answer. They help identify compliance issues and ensure safety. 153. Can manufacturers challenge the authority of federal inspectors? Answer. No, inspectors have the authority to enforce regulations. 154. What is required for the analysis of biologically derived products? Answer. Compliance with specific testing protocols. 155. Are there provisions for analyzing drugs used in clinical research? Answer. Yes, they must comply with testing and approval processes. 156. How does DRAP ensure the safety of imported drugs? Answer. Through thorough inspection and analysis procedures. 157. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory analyze samples from different countries? Answer. Yes, provided they meet local regulatory requirements. 158. What is the process for addressing violations found during inspections? Answer. Manufacturers must take corrective actions and inform DRAP. 159. How does DRAP evaluate the effectiveness of the Federal Drug Laboratory? Answer. Through regular audits and performance reviews. 160. What happens if a drug is found to have misbranded labeling? Answer. It may be subject to recalls and penalties. 161. Are there specific requirements for drug stability testing? Answer. Yes, stability studies are essential for certification. 162. How does DRAP respond to public health emergencies? Answer. By implementing expedited regulatory measures. 163. Can manufacturers submit drugs for analysis more than once? Answer. Yes, they can resubmit after addressing previous findings. 164. What role does training play in the effectiveness of federal inspectors? Answer. It enhances their ability to enforce regulations effectively. 165. Can federal inspectors use sampling during routine checks? Answer. Yes, sampling is a standard part of inspections. 166. How does DRAP handle the registration of new drug formulations? Answer. Through a comprehensive review process. 167. What happens if a manufacturer is found to have a history of non-compliance? Answer. They may face stricter monitoring and penalties. 168. Are there guidelines for analyzing narcotics? Answer. Yes, they require specific testing protocols. 169. What is the importance of the Federal Drug Laboratory in drug safety? Answer. It plays a critical role in verifying drug quality. 170. How does DRAP ensure compliance with international drug standards? Answer. By aligning local regulations with global practices. 171. Can manufacturers appeal the denial of a certification request? Answer. Yes, they can file an appeal. 172. What must be done if a drug is found to have efficacy issues? Answer: it may be recalled and further investigated. 173. How does DRAP communicate with the public regarding drug safety? Answer: through press releases and public notifications. 174. Can federal inspectors conduct inspections of pharmacies? Answer: yes, they can inspect pharmacies for compliance. 175. What documentation is required for drug analysis submissions? Answer: comprehensive details about the drug and its manufacturing. 176. How often are federal drug laboratories inspected for compliance? Answer: regularly, to ensure they meet quality standards. 177. What is required for the importation of medical devices? Answer: compliance with relevant regulatory requirements. 178. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory provide expert testimony in legal matters? Answer: yes, they may be called upon to provide expert opinions. 179. What happens if a drug fails to meet stability standards? Answer: it may be rejected for distribution. 180. How does DRAP support manufacturers in understanding compliance requirements? Answer: by providing educational resources and guidance. 181. Are there specific rules for the analysis of generic drugs? Answer: yes, they must comply with established quality standards. 182. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory ensure testing reliability? Answer: by adhering to validated methodologies. 183. Can manufacturers request feedback on their submissions? Answer: yes, they can ask for clarifications or guidance. 184. What is the significance of thorough record keeping during inspections? Answer: it provides evidence of compliance and facilitates audits. 185. How does DRAP address the issue of counterfeit medications? Answer: by implementing strict inspection and enforcement measures. 186. Are there penalties for falsifying manufacturing records? Answer: yes, legal action may be taken. 187. Can federal inspectors recommend changes to regulatory practices? Answer: yes, based on their observations during inspections. 188. What must be done if a drug is found to have impurities? Answer: it may be recalled and further investigated. 189. How does DRAP facilitate collaboration with other health authorities? Answer: through information sharing and joint initiatives. 190. What is required for the analysis of medical cannabis products? Answer: compliance with specific testing and regulatory standards. 191. Can the Federal Drug Laboratory analyze products for research purposes? Answer: yes, if they comply with regulatory requirements. 192. How are inspection findings used to improve drug safety? Answer: they inform regulatory updates and compliance strategies. 193. Are there specific guidelines for the analysis of topical medications? Answer: yes, they must meet safety and efficacy standards. 194. What happens if a drug is found to have inadequate labeling? Answer: it may be subject to recalls and penalties. 195. How does DRAP ensure that drug analysis is impartial? Answer: by following strict protocols and employing qualified personnel. 196. Can manufacturers request clarification on regulatory requirements? Answer: yes, they can seek guidance from DRAP. 197. How does the Federal Drug Laboratory report its findings to DRAP? Answer: through formal documentation and reporting channels. 198. Are there special provisions for analyzing orphan drugs? Answer: yes, they have specific regulatory considerations. 199. What is the importance of post-market surveillance in drug regulation? Answer: it helps identify safety issues after a drug is approved. 200. Can federal inspectors provide technical support to manufacturers? Answer: yes, they can offer guidance to improve compliance. Respected pharmacists, kindly feel free to ask for any further details or specific areas you want to explore. Our message: DRAP, PPSC, FPSC, Hospital Pharmacist, Drug Inspector, DHA, MO, HAAD, SLE, CAPS, OSPAP, etc. Exam preparation, solved past paper MCQs and complete set of notes are available at this YouTube channel in video form. You can make your pharmacy exam preparation at this YouTube channel. Regards, Majid Body Advocate, PhD Scholar Pharmaceutics, 2023-2026 LLB. Vice President, Pakistan Pharmacists Association PPA Punjab, Pakistan. Contact +92321404236. Thank you.